How's it going, Jack Attackers, and welcome back to another video for you guys. Today I am going to be counting down my top 10 favorite movies of all time. Now, some of these movies are just known classics.
Boy, do I hate being right all the time.
While others are just random movies that I thoroughly enjoy.
Now where do I go? An hour and a half every other week at Joy D. McFunnigan's with him and his whore.
So yeah, I guess with that being said, let's just get into this. Number 10, Napoleon Dynamite. This is a comedy movie, but it's a very unique one. It has many memorable moments and just hilarious characters. If you guys like really random stuff, I would definitely recommend this movie to you because it's very separate from any ordinary comedy you would see nowadays. But yeah, I truly believe that this movie is one of the best comedies ever made. Number 9, The Lion King. Everyone has heard about this movie, and I'm sure all of you have grown up watching this film like thousands of times just like me. But this movie truly is a masterpiece. It has gorgeous animation and awesome characters. And I also want to give a shout out to the soundtrack, because the soundtrack for this film is absolutely stunning and just great overall. This film also has some of the most iconic movie moments in history. The scene where Scar throws Mufasa off the cliff is especially notable. This film is one of the best animated feature-length films of all time. Number 8, Just Go With It. Believe it or not, this movie is kind of frowned upon. Though in my opinion, it's the best comedy ever made. I quote it pretty much every single day with my family. And yes, I said family. Not only do I absolutely adore this movie, my family does too. Some people might just think this is a generic comedy, but I truly think that this is so hilarious. If you guys have not seen this movie, please go check it out. You'll laugh your ass off. Number 7, Finding Nemo. Well, hey, what do you know? Another Disney film. Though this does happen to be Pixar, even though Pixar is owned by Disney. What can I really say about this film other than it's truly a masterpiece? And I'm sure all of you have also grown up watching this movie. In my opinion, this is the best Disney film ever. Part of that being nostalgia, though. With that being said, this movie has a great story and so many memorable characters. And what else can I really say other than fish are friends, not food? Number 6, E.T. Ah yes, an absolute classic film. This movie is definitely some of Steven Spielberg's best work. And it's just such an original idea as well. I remember originally seeing this movie as a little kid and absolutely just being terrified. But after rewatching it as being an older kid, I found a great love for this film. If you watch this movie, you will never forget it. It stays with you. Number 5, Star Wars: The Empire Strikes Back. Well, what else can I say other than this film is incredible? A lot of Star Wars fans say that this film is the best Star Wars, and I vouch for that. It absolutely is. I mean, this movie's just a masterpiece. And it has so many memorable moments. I mean, the scene you're watching now, Luke, I am your father, damn, that is nuts. I can't praise this movie anymore. I mean, it's hard not to like this film, especially if you're a Star Wars fan like me. Number 4, Jurassic Park. Now this film, wow. Yet again, another Steven Spielberg classic, but let's be honest, Steven Spielberg's movies are absolutely amazing, so they definitely deserve to be on this list, and Jurassic Park is my favorite Steven Spielberg film. If you're a big fan of dinosaurs, this is the movie for you. I remember watching this for the first time and just being in awe at what this movie did. Every scene is compelling and interesting, and every time there's a dinosaur on screen, I just get so excited. And yes, hands down, the best Jurassic Park film. Okay, now this is where things get a bit interesting. Well, I'll just come out and say it. My top 3 favorite movies are the Dark Knight trilogy. But in a certain order, number 3 being The Dark Knight Rises. While yes, being the weakest in the trilogy, this movie still has some amazing moments and an amazing villain, Bane. I especially love the scene where Batman climbs out of the Lazarus pit. And overall, I think this is a pretty decent send-off to the Dark Knight trilogy. Number 2, Batman Begins. Honestly, what can you hate about this movie? This is a pretty damn near perfect Batman film. And honestly, this one and my number 1 pick switch pretty much every day. You have many iconic moments in this film as well, especially the clip you're watching right now. This is a movie I can watch all the time and not get sick of. But of course, my number 1 is The Dark Knight. If I could summarize this movie into one word, it would be wow. Yes, obviously this is my personal favorite movie of all time, and more obvious, the best superhero film of all time. Christian Bale's Batman and Heath Ledger's Joker, oh my god, wow. And especially this interrogation scene you're watching is one of the best scenes in movie history, in my opinion. Now, I did a review for this movie a while back on my channel, so go check it out, but I really don't have much else to say about this movie other than the acting is great, the characters are great, such an awesome and compelling story, and this is just amazing. The Dark Knight trilogy as a whole is just fantastic. But anyway, those are my top 10 favorite movies of all time. Let me hear your top 10 favorite movies down in the comments below. I'm interested to hear them. And if you like this video, give it a thumbs up. Subscribe if you're new. See you in the next one. Peace. Boop.